love everyone. I love everybody. I love everybody. I love everybody. The still page out of Stephen A. Smith's book. I love everyone. I love everybody. Ooh, there's something to be said about faith. I told y'all after game 3, I didn't like the way it looked, but I will tell you in game 4, the first quarter, didn't really look great. But there was some telltale signs for adjustments to be made for us to be successful. On the closeouts, not double teaming, playing straight up, and just putting the pressure on Tatum. Yes, he scored 40. But please do me a favor, everybody. Please stop comparing him to Kobe Bryant. The late Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. Kobe was a killer. I'd rather him do what he started to do, take these, 18-footers and step back threes, which is not in the flow of the game. Because we were making White look like the second coming of Larry Bird, for Christ's sake. Kudos to Tibbs for making adjustments, but I have to give extraordinary credit. Got to always give credit to Captain Brunson. Always, always. Played a hell of a game. But I got to give credit to Cat, who was injured and still played with a lot of fire and desire, as Clyde would say. He played with a lot of fire and desire tonight, as did all the Knicks. This was a collective win. If you check the stats, if you check the box scores, yes, the leading scorer was Captain Clutch. But the rest of them, minus Hart, were in mid-20s or close to it. What an extraordinary effort by the New York Knicks, because that's what it was going to take. Second quarter didn't look great at all. Turnovers after turnovers, refs against us, calling phantom fouls on threes, putting them at the line. But what a collective effort by the New York Knicks to stay in it. Because when we were down at half by 11, I said, we really got them right where we want them, don't we? And I wasn't joking. Because of the adjustments that I knew could have been made at halftime. And when the third period came, oh, what a third period it was. Right into the fourth period. If you live in Rhode Island, if you live in Northern Connecticut, if you live in Massachusetts, if you live in that region at all the way up to Cape Cod, you don't feel well tonight. You don't feel well tonight. And if you are a young kid, I apologize to you, and you live in New York and you're a Boston Celtic fan, develop a stomach bug, because that's the hardest to detect. When I didn't want to go to school, it was always a stomach bug. Because when you're threatening to go to doctors, that's the hardest to detect. Don't go to school today. If you're an adult and you're a Boston Celtic fan, find a way, and if you're surrounded and you work in New York, find a way to call out. Start coughing. Start to cough now. It's going to be hard to go to work. That was a gut-wrenching, soul-snatching win. Because this is a game you should have won. And once again, the metal, not the M-E-T-A-L, the M-E-T-T-L-E of the New York Knicks showed up once again. Okay? What a win collectively as a unit for the New York Knicks to give the MSG crowd an extraordinary gift. Way to hang in there, MSG crowd, as well. What a win. This was an extraordinary win tonight. To put a stranglehold up 3-1 now. And I mean, this was a stranglehold put on this series for the semifinals. Because I do not care how good of a team you are. It is really hard, which is why when you do it, it is historic. It is really hard to come back from 3-1. But at least all the pundits agree on this one. Whoever won Game 4 was going to win the series. But I'm going to say it again. I don't care. If there's any, way that I don't care. It could be synonymous with any other phrase. I don't give a damn. How about that? How they get to 4. In this 7-game series, I believe that they are going to get to 4 first, which that's all I care about. And the way they did it, the fight they had in them, the togetherness as a unit that they had to have when they were down is extraordinary. You got to give credit to these 2025 New York Knickerbockers. I don't care if you're a fan of them or not. You have to at least now give them their respect. This was an extraordinary win by the New York Knicks. An extraordinary win. And it's one of the greatest wins that I've seen probably in my lifetime because of the circumstances and the team they have. Why? It's because since the 1999 team, that was an 8th seed, went on their improbable run with Houston and Sprewell and Camby and all those boys. That was an improbable run to make history as an 8th seed to make it to the NBA Finals. This beats that. Why? Is because what's left. If you can beat the Boston Celtics, you can beat anyone. The Knicks are pretty much undefeated when I wear this green. And everybody who knows me, they know that green's my favorite color. And since I was 4 years old, long time sufferer. But that's for another day as far as being a Jet fan. But this was extraordinary. I give all the Knicks credit. All of them. All of them. This was a great win. But once again, if you are a Celtic fan, you are left decimated. That's the only word I could think of. You are just decimated. You are just heartbroken. This was a gut-wrenching loss because this is a win that you should have just taken back to Boston with your heads held high 2-2, and now you're 3-1, which is an extraordinary difference because I do not see the New York Knickerbockers losing 3 games in a row with the team they have and the team you have. I did see Jason Tatum clutching that wrist. But I don't want to hear no excuses because Cat had a broken hand. And once again, kudos to him. But I got it in this video saying, I love everybody. I love everybody. Oh, man, I have to say to my boys at home, PC 10573, to my Knicks fans, man, y'all know who y'all are. I know y'all are feeling happy. I know y'all feeling happy. And to the haters at home, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you. But whatever. This is our time, man. I compare this, like I said, to the 99 team because they made it to the finals. And I'm not trying to dismiss anybody else in our way, but when we brought pretty much the same team, which I'm talking about the Indiana Pacers, we brought the same team to Game 7 last year. Anunoby was out, and it was pretty much, Brunson just trying to score 40 every night. Different team. But that's also for another day. We'll be the first to 4. I believe we're going to win this series, and I steadfastly believe that, and I've maintained that. Let's go, Knicks. I love everybody.